Hi there, this is Sam with Bulldog Router. Today I'm doing a video inspection for the main sewer line for 5504 North Division Street here in Spokane, Washington. It is September 7th, 2017. I am at Ross store number 261. So we've been having some trouble with a toilet that has been backing up, and I ran my snake through the toilet a couple of times now. I pulled out tampons the first day, and the second day I pulled out some more tampons and a security tag that was stuck inside the toilet as well. I pulled the toilet, made sure the trap of the toilet was clear. That looks fine, and now we're doing a sewer inspection of the line. What happens with these types of commercial buildings is there's a lot of turns inside the sewer line because there's other stuff tying into it too. This isn't just the sewer line for Ross, it's going to be everything that's next to it in this building as well. They usually kind of tie into one bigger pipe and then go out to the main road. Now I've hit multiple turns with this camera that I'm going through right now, and so it's looking like I'm moving the camera back and forth and I'm just not moving anywhere anymore. You can see me slowly get out farther, but at this point what I'm risking doing is actually kinking my camera. I've gone through too many turns at this point, so I'm going to start to pull it back. We're at about 70 feet, so that's pretty far. If it was the line itself backing up with how far I'm out, realistically there would have been much more backing up than just the toilet itself. And the bathroom sink would have made the toilet back up as well. Probably would have been backing up onto the floor and the toilet. Yeah, we're at about 70 feet right now. We're in what's called 4-inch cast iron pipe. It's normal to see the rust and pitting inside of the line. What I'm going to end up doing is start to pull back and explain some things about the pipe as we go, see the condition of the line, and see if there's anything stuck inside there that could be causing this toilet to be backing up so much. So I'm going to start to pull it back here. So like I said, 4-inch cast iron. We go around a turn right here. And it looks like we're going through like a vertical drop, and you see my camera start to wiggle like that. Usually means we're going through something vertical. Then we come out of another turn right there. So the bottom of the pipe is going to be where the light is. You kind of follow that around the screen. Right now it's in the top left-hand corner. It may twist and turn a little bit as I pull it back. So 4-inch cast iron is pretty good pipe. What you normally look for is like large amounts of rust, cracks, like excessive pitting, big holes. So far I'm not really seeing any of that. There's a little bit of rust, which is, you know, pretty normal, but nothing too crazy. Keep pulling it back here. Everything's looking pretty good so far. We're hitting about the 55 feet right now. Yeah, a little bit of rust debris, but so far this cast iron pipe looks pretty darn good. We've seen much, much worse. You can see a little bit of crack towards the left-hand side of the pipe right there. It's going to be towards the bottom left part of your screen. And the cast iron, you know, it's probably not going to create too much issue, but eventually it will get bigger and kind of decay. It's normal to see cast iron lines do that. You just want to make sure that it's not very, very major. You know, cracking, no matter what it is, isn't good, but this is kind of a minor crack compared to what I've seen in the past. Pull it back here. We're going around another turn. Looks like we're starting to go up. This is probably going to be towards where the end of the toilet line is. We're tied into another line. This is probably where some other toilets and stuff tie into it as well. I'm going to go through another turn right here. Looks like we have something just kind of hanging on and hanging out inside of the line. I can't quite tell what it is. Looks like maybe a rubber band, actually. Kind of weird. Most of the time I see, you know, like tree roots and stuff get inside lines. There's obviously a little bit of a crack right there that this thing's just kind of stuck on. That's really not going to cause a backup. Most of the time, like a line will be clogged with tree roots, for example, and you'll see about 70 to 80% of the actual pipe blocked by tree roots. And it's been like that for years, and they're just now starting to see it back up. So this really isn't going to cause the issue at all. I wouldn't be surprised if one day it just falls out and disappears forever. Keep pulling back here. Still in that 4-inch cast iron pipe. see a little bit of rusting. So right there we see a hole in the top of the pipe. That is just another fitting, meaning something else is tying into it. My guess would be another toilet somewhere close by, and I'm hitting about 43 feet right now. That mark. Okay. So yeah, so far looking pretty good. There's not too many issues with this line, which is nice. Looks like something kind of got caught up there. Might be just some toilet paper or something like that. That's towards the top of the pipe. It looks like there's hairs attached to it. Yeah, kind of hard to tell what that is. But like I said, once again, it really is not going to cause too much issue. Most of the stuff you put down this 4-inch line is just going to soar right past that with no problem at all. So we're going to keep pulling back here. Hitting about 33 feet as we go around another turn. Looks like there's a little insect in the line. Disgusting. And right here is where we're going to switch from 4-inch cast iron, this pipe, as we go through these turns, to 4-inch ABS, which is what we put in nowadays. It's a really good type of pipe. Most of the issues that you can see with an ABS pipe is mostly just due to improper install. You'll see like a rock almost trying to poke its way through one of the sidewalls of the pipe. You might run into a bunch of tree roots because one of the fittings wasn't glued. This is mostly put in with cement fittings, so most of the time ABS usually has no issue. Looks like a little bit of water is going down the line, tad bit. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a clean out somewhere, how this is working, because this kind of goes on like a little vertical slope. There's a little bit of separating in between the ABS and the cast iron right here. Normal to see with it being vertical like that, wouldn't be too worried about it. Obviously nothing's caught up on it, we can see it. And then from the top of the pipe there's a hole right there towards the left hand side of the screen. That's just because it's probably a clean out for the line itself. There's something in there. So this, we're going back over from the ABS to the 4-inch cast iron again. You can see this part of the pipe is a little bit more rusted and a little bit more pitted as well. You see how like the water itself has actually kind of made its own little trough that's going down the line. That's normal to see. It just means the cast iron's starting to decay. Realistically, it's still probably got some more life to it, and it's not too major, but it does definitely look worse than the last stuff. And more rusting. And then we switch just from that section for the 4-inch cast iron back to 4-inch ABS. We're hitting about 25 feet right now from the toilet flange, which is where I'm doing my video section from today. Back into the ABS, not seeing any cracks, rocks, or anything crazy like that. Going through some more turns here and there. A lot of turns in the pipe. Like I said, pretty normal to see. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, line looks pretty darn good. I don't really expect this line to back up anytime soon. Unless something's thrown down there that shouldn't be, makes it into the line. Pretty much expect it to get caught and expect it to back up, but most of the time, if it's just the normal stuff going down there, this line's gonna look pretty darn well. Going through another bend right here. Looks like probably where the sink ties in at this point. We're about 5 feet away from the toilet flange. We got something else tying in right here, and just debris. You know, it's pretty normal to see. It is a sewer line, so nothing too crazy. And right here, we're going to be popping out of the toilet flange. The 3-inch ABS toilet flange right here. And once again, this was Sam with Bulldog Rooter, and that is going to conclude your video inspection. Thank you.